Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney. And happy Columbus Day to you. And of course, I was mentioning earlier over on KCNI, for some folks out there, 19 states are not celebrating Columbus Day any longer. They're celebrating Native American Day, the second Monday in October. Either way, there's some days that you get some time off if you're in the right location, right business, and so some of your banks and so forth will be closed on this legal holiday today. Beautiful day in store for us. The forecast is wonderful today and tomorrow, not too bad on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday, we even have a little bit of snow in the forecast, if you heard that this morning. So, yep, it's that time of year. I wanted to let you know that Brent Apperson is not here. He's on his way to North Platte. He's going to be covering the Class C golf state action, and he'll be at Lake Maloney course. And this is a big couple of days for the Broken Bow Lady Indians. They've had such a successful year and recent years. A matter of fact, they could win the Class C state title for the fourth time in a row, which would be a new record. But they don't want to, count their chickens before they hatch, and I'm sure they've talked about that. They have a very competitive field out there to compete against. Minden has been a close competitor throughout this season and in recent seasons as well, so they know they're going to have to golf well. Conditions should be good. And Brent Apperson, probably, I don't know of any other radio stations that are going to be doing what Brent's doing, but he loves to cover the Lady Indians no matter what the sport, and he'll be covering the action for you today with reports at the top of each hour on KBBN 95.3 FM and on KBBN.com. And he'll be doing that starting at 11 o'clock this morning. At 11 o'clock, that'll be his first live report, and he'll give you real-time updates as to what the girls are doing, where they're at. Sometimes he'll even get some interviews in, depending on availability and so forth. And so he'll be covering that for you today and tomorrow. Very exciting. So we'll be doing that. And then, of course, we have other sports that we'll be covering throughout the week as well. The guys will be real busy all the way through this week and weekend. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Jeremy Scheip will join me in the 8 o'clock hour, and he'll probably be talking about some of that as well. School lunch menus are coming up. Going to get myself organized, so let's celebrate the holiday today, no matter what your view on that, with Indigenous, as they are a South Dakota band that made national, they have been recognized nationally and internationally for their work out of South Dakota. Indigenous with Rest of My Days. Indigenous with Rest of My Days on KBBN and KCNI for the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on this Columbus Day. Dave Burney with you. Let's take a look at the school lunch menus and begin with the Arnold schools today on this Monday. Crispitos, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Arnold today. At Litchfield, it's Runza casserole, fruit, vegetables, and milk. Make sure I get them all here. They're kind of sticking together on us here. Let's make sure we get them separated. There we go. Sandhill School at Dunning, chicken, bacon, ranch wraps, pork, and beans. Sounds pretty darn good. Ansley today, chicken fry, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Ansley. And let's move the Prairie Pioneer Center over. We'll catch that one before we close. Today at Callaway, they're having French toast for breakfast and tacos for lunch at Callaway today. And at Anselmo Myrna Public Schools, featuring spicy chicken sandwiches, fresh-made scalloped potatoes and ham with dinner roll, fajita deli wrap, vegetables, fruit, and milk. Now I'm going to move those over because those are the ones that I typically read. Now I'll reach into Brent's folder. And let's see if we have another Sergeant one there that we'll pull off the front page off of here. Now, I'm telling you, reading these menus is, as we said, it's not as easy as you might think, at least for Brent and I. Sergeant Public Schools today, they're having, for lunch, chicken strip wraps with lettuce and cheese, corn, fruit, milk, and salad bar. At Sumner Eddyville Miller today on this 10th day, looks like biscuits and sausage. That must be their breakfast, or it could be, could be for dinner as well. Let me turn the page here. No, they're having chicken fajitas. And so you got the breakfast and the dinner menu at SEM today, chicken fajitas at SEM. And at Cozad today, I'm going to tear off another page. There we go. Ooh, yeah, chicken rotini pasta with Italian bread, turkey club subs, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, yogurt, pizza munchables, vegetables, fruit, milk, and condiments. Yes, that's all available today. And let me pull that top sheet off there. At Cozad, I better write Cozad on this sheet. Kind of needing a little updating here when we don't turn the pages on Friday, but we're getting it. Gothenburg today, they're having chicken sandwiches. Those are the spicy kind. Fresh-made scalloped potatoes and ham with dinner roll, fresh-baked ham and cheese sub, fresh cheesy pizza, vegetables, fruit, and milk. And that's at Gothenburg today. And at Loup City, going to turn the page on that one too. Stapled. I'm going to pull it off, but I better write Loup City. There we go. Loup City today, on this Monday, the 9th day, they're having Reb Ready or sweet sour chicken sandwiches and oven potatoes today. And at the Thetford Public Schools, they're featuring pulled pork, nachos, refried beans, veggie, fruit bar, and milk. That sounds really good too. And let me get that one caught up. And at the Broken Bow Middle School High School today, they're having home-style scalloped potatoes and ham with dinner rolls, spicy chicken sandwiches, fresh-baked combo sub, fajita deli wrap. Seems like I've read this one before. There might be two of those menus in there. That's for Broken Bow. And there's another Broken Bow. So I think I've got that covered. Brent probably knows his system a little better than I do. I'm going to put that back in his folder and put it over there. And he can decipher that tomorrow. No, he can't, because he'll be gone another day. All right, now let's take care of the Prairie Pioneer Center menu today. On this 9th day, they're having Mexican wrap, lettuce salad, and fruit. And they will be making that up for you. You need to let them know you're coming by 9 o'clock. Call them at 872-6121. 872-6121. Give them a call. Let them know you're coming, and they will be ready for you. That's your school lunch menus for today, and we'll have those again for you tomorrow. A little bit later on, again, as we mentioned, Brent Apperson will have coverage for you from the state Class C golf tournament in North Platte, and he also has an interview that he did with the girls golf team. I think on Friday they dropped by to the studio here, and he has that pre-recorded and ready to go. So be sure and listen for that as well. Let's play the game, and then we want to talk birthdays here in a little bit and the grocery cart specials as well. So today we're going to give you a chance to win a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut. And looks like we're starting on some new questions here. Walt Disney Company questions, because it was founded back in 1923 on October 16th. So we have quiz questions about songs from popular Disney movies. So, this is going to be interesting. Wish Upon a Star was in which movie? The Little Wooden Boy in what movie? Bambi, The Fox and the Hound, The Rescuers, or Pinocchio? Wish Upon a Star. Which movie had that song in it? Was it Bambi, The Fox and the Hound, The Rescuers, or Pinocchio? Give us a call at 872-2801 and win yourself a personal pan pizza.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
And we have a caller on the line. Didn't get a chance to find out who's hooked up here, but let's find out. Good morning. Who do we have on the phone?
Nancy.
Nancy, how are you doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Are you liking this weather?
Well, not quite so cold in the morning that I have to defrost windshields, but other than that, it's okay.
Well, I think you're going to be all right with that. They're even talking about some snow later this week. Oh, good grief. All right. The Walt Disney Company was founded in 1923 on October 16th, and they started putting out movies. And, of course, they put songs with them. Wish Upon a Star was which movie? Bambi, The Fox and the Hound, The Rescues, or Pinocchio?
I'm just going to guess Pinocchio.
I'll find the bell. You're right.
Thank you.
I wonder. No, I was going to ask you a question about people telling the truth these days and how long their noses would be, but we'll talk about that another time.
That sounds like a good idea.
Thanks a lot. We'll put your name down and stop by and see us.
All right, will do. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. 7:47 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Congratulations to Nancy. She's won herself a personal pan pizza from the Pizza Hut. Now, let me grab my other sheet here. And we want to talk birthdays. So let's begin with celebrity birthdays. Got a few that are pretty cool. Today, on this 9th day of October, Scotty McCreery is 30. And he was a country singer who won the 10th season of American Idol in 2011 and is now working on his 5th album. Sean Lennon, age 48 today, singer-songwriter, the son of legendary Beatle John Lennon and Yoko Ono, shares the same birthday as his late father. So it's also John Lennon's birthday today. And it's also Jackson Browne's birthday. Jackson Browne is 75, still touring, still making lots of great music. The song that kicked off his career was Doctor My Eyes, but he's had many, many other very successful songs since that time. So those are your celebrity birthdays. And I do want to back up just a little bit. I had a birthday text to me last Friday that I missed, but I got the text and didn't get the name. But let me at least mention here, if I can find that. There we go. From the Hemstead family, Cindy Hemstead said, my son Chad, it does have a name here. My son Chad Hemstead was 40 on Friday. Cindy, that does not seem possible. So a happy belated birthday to Chad Hemstead, who is 40 as of this past Friday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday today to Hunter Thomas. Hunter is celebrating his birthday today, and his mother, Melissa, celebrated her birthday yesterday. if you're celebrating a birthday out there, happy birthday to you.
At a time when Get Up and Go seems to be in short supply, you've got to have a parts store on speed dial that you can trust. For nearly 100 years, WinQuest has been here to keep central Nebraska on the move. And with well over 100 years of combined experience, our crew is dedicated to getting you the right part with the best possible service. Combine that with an inventory that's practically bursting at the seams, it's clear that your best move is to Napa. Get Up and Go to WinQuest, serving you since 1925, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Here's Bonnie Raitt, her latest called Made Up Mind, on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It starts out slow.
What a great artist. Bonnie Raitt, Made Up Mind, on The Breakfast Show. Well, they had a great weekend for the Midnight at the Masquerade Murder Mystery Dinner and fundraiser for the Healing Hearts and Families Annual Gala, which was this past Saturday at the One Box Convention Center. And I'm sure they had a good time and raised some money. So congratulations to that fine organization who have had on several of these now, but every one is a little different. This one, they certainly made it different with the Midnight at the Masquerade Murder Mystery, and I think people are looking forward to that. The annual gala congratulations again to Healing Hearts and Families. Let's take a look at specials at the grocery cart today and see what you can save money on. And this is just only a little dash of what you can save money on out at the grocery cart. Don't forget those tagged items that they do every week that aren't advertised, and you'll walk around the store and you'll see discounts that way. There's also online discounts, and of course the rewards program that they have that actually gets you food and goods back, or you can discount your gas in your car by saving up those reward points. And if you haven't signed up for that, it's pretty easy to do. They'll help you do it. And they have the VIP meat rewards going on right now. So this will go on through the month of October, and you can feed the family and get major discounts on free items and gas at Casey's here in Broken Bow. If you spend $25 in meat in 1 week, you get 1,500 points. Spend $50 on meat in 1 week, you get 2,500 points. If you spend $75 in the meat department, you get 5,000 points. That's 50 cents off a gallon of gas that week. If you spend $100 in meat in 1 week, that's 7,500 points, 75 cents off a gallon in the gas department. And spend $150 in meat in 1 week, you get 10,000 points. That's $1 off a gallon of gas at Casey's that week. And they'll run this through the month. Wow, what a way to save some money. If you need to stock up a little bit on that fall meat reserve, you'll save up to $1 a gallon on your gas fill for that week. Pretty good deal. Some of the other values that are being offered in the meat department: 85% lean ground for $4.48 a pound, pork cutlets for $2.68 a pound, chuck roast for $6.28 a pound, and baby back or St. Louis pork ribs for $2.98 a pound. So not only will you gain points, you're going to save money on those specials and others in the meat department. In dairy, they have a lot of great savings there as well. Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese cups for $3.98, and Swiss Miss pudding, just to name a few. Minute Maid orange juice, got specials on those. In the frozen food department, they have lots of different specials available as well. Jack's Pizzas are on special. The Post fruit or Cocoa Pebbles waffles are on sale. Just a whole bunch of things in the frozen food department as well. Store-wide savings include items in the bakery, the King's Hawaiian buns, 6 varieties, 2 for $8. Cover Hill breakfast, Danish, 3 for $3. The Father's Table cheesecakes, 2 for $12. And the Bakery Fresh frosted brownie pieces, 2 for $5. They're approximately 6 ounces in size. And they have specials in the wine and spirits department as well. You get 15% off when you buy 6 or more bottles of 750 milliliter wines every day. Savings there. And don't forget again about those rewards bonus items. They have the big special going on for the meat department all the way through October, but there's other reward bonus items as well. They have the macaroni and cheese or mashed potato salad dishes on special. 3 for $10, and you get 350 points for that. So lots of savings to be had at the grocery cart this week and all the way through the month of October. So be sure and take advantage of those because they're there for you. Now, when you go to the grocery cart, remember, don't let the parking lot scare you at all, because the grocery cart is always busy. You just drive by there, there's always cars in the parking lot out front. But there's as much or more parking on the west side of the store, which you really don't see when you're driving by. The store is big, and the aisles are extra wide, and so there's room for everybody in the grocery cart, even when it's packed in the parking lots. And I know Steve and the crew want you to come in and take advantage of these specials. They appreciate your business, and they're ready for fall. They're ready for the change in the season, and they're saving you money in the meat department and ramping up those reward points all the way through the month of October for all those different meats that we mentioned. So it's all happening at the grocery cart in Broken Bow, Nebraska. They're open 7 days a week.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Israeli warplanes are continuing attacks on Hamas targets in Gaza, days after a surprise incursion by Hamas militants. About 1,200 people on both sides have been killed, including, we've just learned, 9 Americans in Israel. CBS's Holly Williams.
Israel says it wants vengeance. And in the Gaza Strip, deadly retribution is falling from the sky. In the coming days, Israel's expected to launch a ground incursion.
Israel is cutting off water and electricity to Gaza, blocking food and fuel deliveries. As for Iran's possible involvement, U.S. Deputy National Security Advisor John Feiner tells CBS Mornings.
What we have not seen yet at this moment, although we are continuing to look at it very closely, is any sort of direct involvement in the immediate attacks that took place over the last couple of days.
Wars pushed oil prices up. Analyst Tom Kloza.
It's basically on the uncertainty about what's going to happen.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, Sunday afternoon, Lincoln Northwest held its official dedication ceremony. The celebration marked a day that several students, staff, and parents have been waiting for. It's been a little over a year since the high school opened its doors to 9th through 11th grade students. This year, the school welcomed its first senior class. While the school still may be young, its legacy is already being written. Jeremiah Smith, a Northwest senior, said it was a great honor to be invited here to be a part of something that will only go down once in school history. It was sentiments like that rang out through the auditorium as all those with connection to the school came out to celebrate the official dedication. For the 2022-23 school year, Northwest had 510 students. Now there are 925 students in all 4 grade levels. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Kevin Wyatt.
We have some injury news in the NFL breaking this morning. Anthony Richardson, who had to leave the Colts' win against the Titans on Sunday, had an initial diagnosis of a grade 3 AC joint sprain. That's according to Ian Rappaport. That means he'll miss a month or more. He will have an MRI this morning to confirm the extent of the injury, but in either instance, it is likely it'll be Gardner Minshew starting this week and the next few weeks moving forward. Some other injury news. There is optimism that Giants quarterback Daniel Jones did not suffer a major injury. His status for Sunday is still in the air, but no one has ruled him out yet. That's also coming from Ian Rappaport. Sunday night football, the 49ers beating down the Cowboys 42-10. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdown passes. Dak Prescott, 3 interceptions on 3 consecutive drives, and he called it, quote, probably the most humbling loss I've ever been a part of.
Here's your weatherology forecast. We'll have sunny skies today, a high near 67. Tonight looks clear, low around 37. Tuesday warms up to 72 with sunny skies. Tuesday night will be partly cloudy, low around 42. Wednesday looks similar to Tuesday, being mostly sunny, a high near 72. We'll have good chances for showers and thunderstorms Wednesday night, low around 45. Thursday, a high near 58. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Michael Cotter.
Is your current financial advisor really listening to you, or just waiting for his or her turn to talk? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we are here, ready to listen. We want to know what's important to you. We want to learn about your goals so that together we can put you on the financial path that's right for you. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Currently 33 under a clear sky. Winds are light and variable this morning. Barometric pressure has been steady, though, at 30.03. Humidity at 94%. High temperature yesterday, 77 with an overnight low of 34. That was as of 7 o'clock this morning. Sunrise this morning at 7:44, sunset at 7:07. 28 hundredths precipitation measured so far this month. 33 and clear at 8 o'clock on this Monday morning. Well, it is Columbus Day, and we are celebrating with a few songs on Columbus Day. And I guess this kind of fits in, maybe more so, after the first frost, we usually get to enjoy some Indian summer, right? And it's a beautiful time of year. A lot of people think this is the best time of year before going into cooler weather. So let's play a little Indian summer for you here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on this Monday morning. Here's Poco.
/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
10 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Jeremy Scheip is in the studio. And good morning to you, Jeremy. How was your weekend?
It was good. Had some friends in town for, they got in late Friday, so basically just Saturday. They were in town. So, yeah, kind of hung out with them, spent some time with them, and enjoyed the nice weekend. Saturday night was a beautiful night to just kind of sit on the porch and hang out till the sun went down. Then it got chilly.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think that is very, very true. When you have company in and you have weather like we had this weekend, they'll go home going, man, it was nice.
Yeah, exactly. And we walked up the road from our house to Kincaider for their Oktoberfest. Got to see a bunch of people that came back to town for that and meet some new people. And they had beautiful weather for that. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah.
What time did you go? I was really interested in catching the 12 to 3 show on Saturday, the polka.
Oh, yeah.
Polka band.
We got there and saw them, and then we were there. We were probably there from about 12:30 until almost 6 or so. Maybe a little bit later than that. I had to stick around and compete in the keg throwing competition.
Oh, how'd that go?
I think I ended up around 4th in the men's division.
Now, can you explain that? Is there liquid in the keg?
Oh, no way. You'd never be able to. I moved full kegs when I worked at Kincaider, and I mean, you'd never be able to throw them. They were empty.
So empty kegs.
Yeah, but they were the big kegs.
Not the little pony one's a big one.
Yeah, big one. Yep, and threw them in the sand volleyball court right there. Perfect place to have something like that. They don't bounce around.
Do they have rules on how you throw them? Is it like a discus or?
They just said if you spin, you can only spin one time because they didn't want you throwing a keg into the crowd because there were a bunch of people gathered around. But they just drew a line in the sand, and a few people turned their back and threw them over their heads, and then some people threw them like a shot put. I went for the swing motion.
Oh, the swing deal.
Yeah, which seemed to work pretty well.
Yeah. So
but really good bands.
Yeah, good. Did you do where you hold the stein out?
I did. I wasn't the first one out, and that was my goal going in. I knew there was no way I was going to be able to win the stein stamina, but I held on for as long as I could. But try that sometime at home, folks. Get like the heaviest mug you have with a handle on it. You can't put your thumb on top, and you can't hold on to the glass at all. Just stick your arm out in the air and keep your arm up for as long as you can. It's hard.
Yeah, it sounds difficult. Every once in a while you play a song and you spark something. I got a nice comment or two on Indian Summer by Poco. Well, thanks, folks. Appreciate that. Gary says, nothing like some Poco in the morning to help start my day. And the other folk calling in or texting in, thank you for playing Indian Summer, one of my faves. It's our pleasure.
Cool.
Our pleasure. I missed a birthday, too, and I'm not sure whether the birthday is today or was yesterday, but I saw it coming in. It's actually a picture of Emily and Joni, our next-door neighbor, together when the babies were born. They were pretty close together, and they were wishing each other a happy birthday. I guess on Facebook is where I saw it. So happy birthday, next-door neighbor Joni, whether it's today or yesterday. We had quite a few birthdays today, and that's always fun.
Great.
Yeah. All right. So we have golf going on and kind of been promoting that, but I'll give you the sheet because the rest of the week is a tornado of sports.
Yes. Yeah. All kinds of things going on. Of course, today and tomorrow is Girls State Golf. Brent's going to be on site in North Platte from Lake Maloney Golf Club. Girls are going, the Broken Bow girls, that is, going for their 4th state championship in a row as a team. Absolutely awesome. And Brent's going to be there. Now, we know there's results online that you can go and check out. And the thing about that is they only put them up so often. And also, when you get down to it, it's just a number on a screen. You don't really know, whether when they hit that par, if they had a good save from the rough or if they had a really good bunker shot. Those are the things that Brent is there to tell you about. because anybody can sit in a studio and give you reports on the air. So Brent's going to be there. He's going to be giving you those hourly updates. Those are going to start in the 11 o'clock hour, not only today, but also tomorrow. And we've got a special interview we'll be able to play today that Brent had all of the girls in the studio to talk with him going into the weekend about their experience coming up. So we'll play that for you and kind of count that as our first report today. Also going on later on this week, we've got MNAC volleyball tournament coverage. And I should grab the bracket because we did get the bracket since I made this sheet. We know where we're going to be. The games on Thursday that are at Anselmo Myrna are the games that we'll be covering on KCNI and video, because on Thursday we've got football on KBBN between Arcadia, Loup City, and Nebraska Christian. Kickoff for that is at 7 p.m. On Friday, 2 different football games on KBBN, South Loop and Anselmo Myrna. Consolidated pregame is at 6, the kickoff at 7, and on KCNI, Broken Bow looking to continue their winning ways as they welcome Ord to town. That is a game that should be a lot of fun. Custer Federal State Bank pregame is at 6, kick at 7 on Friday. Then on Saturday, it's the MNAC volleyball semis, consolation game, and championship from North Platte. That'll be on KBBN and Sand Hills Express video.
Wow.
Because there's a bye this week for the Huskers, which
probably a good thing.
Well, yeah. I told Brent going into that game on Friday, I said, Brent, I don't think I'm going to be able to take a loss going into a bye week. It's just way too long for people to get angry and upset and worried about things. So it was great to see them get that win and kind of roll into a couple of weeks of rest.
Yeah, and that rest will really come in handy for injuries and so forth, and they can kind of regroup and get ready to go. And it allows us to do more local sports as well, as you mentioned. So it's all working out great, but it will be busy, and you have the opportunity in the volleyball side of things in some of the cases to watch the video and the audio mixed with it, the radio audio. So, yeah, and I don't know for sure. You guys were talking about maybe Gavin Higgins helping out. Is he going to? Yeah,
on Saturday he's going to be helping out in North Platte. So that'll be great.
Yeah, it'd be great to hear and see him again. So lots of things going on. We'll have that interview with the ladies team, Indians ladies golf team, in a little bit here on the show. So keep it right here. Meantime, what's going on? A big hello to Jody, who dropped a note in our chat box this morning. Good morning to you, Jody. Thanks for listening and saying hi.
There's a lot of uncertainty in ag and business today. The market, input costs, the weather. One thing you can always count on is Nebraska State Bank looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, NSB is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 7.24% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. You heard that right, 7.24% fixed interest rate. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
October is one of our favorite months at Team Physical Therapy because it's National Physical Therapy Month. October is focused on promoting the benefits of physical therapy, the importance of movement in our everyday lives, and overall wellness. Team Physical Therapy offers many therapies to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, or call 872-5111. Here's to the month of celebrating physical therapy from Team Physical Therapy.
Been scouting for that trophy buck? AeroSeed has game cameras to do the job for you. Moultrie's white flash trail cameras are the perfect scouting tool for hunters and wildlife watchers. There's one for every need and budget. With 30 years of experience, Moultrie is known for its products that are reliable, durable, top-performing, and affordable. Also available at AeroSeed are supplements and gravity feeders to promote health and antler growth. Stop into AeroSeed in Broken Bow to learn more about game cameras and supplements to enhance your wildlife experiences.
Sure, we've been scaring the bejeebers out of you at Knee Knocker Woods for 10 years now, and this season, Grandpa Grimm's got more than ever for you. More terrifying trails and mazes, more Halloween skill games, more monstrous eats, plus screaming lickety-split accelerated escape rooms, and backed by popular demand, the Flaming Jack-o'-lanterns. Knee Knocker Woods in Gibbon is open every weekend in October. Pick up your discount coupon at Pump and Pantry. Get your tickets now at KneeKnockerWoods.com.
What waits in the woods? The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
8:24 is your time. Beautiful morning out there here on this Monday, Columbus Day. Remember, some of the things out there that you usually go to on a Monday will be closed. Governmental offices, post office, and so forth, banks. And you'll just have to go do your business another day.
Bummer. I messed up a mobile check deposit on Friday, and then I wasn't able to redo it until after the end of the business day.
Uh-oh.
Don't think that's going to be hitting the bank until Tuesday.
Well, and I imagine with your guests and everything, you probably spent a lot of money over the weekend.
Yeah, we had a tab. They had some good pretzels out there, though. I'll tell you what, man, I've never had better mustard than that. It was just, I think, vinegar and mustard seeds. Oh, it was good.
Well, maybe your wife will lend you some money.
I hope so, yeah.
Nicole, get out the pocketbook.
Yeah.
Off Broadway in Broken Bow has some openings that they talk about often when they're in the studio, and we wanted to kind of back that up and reassure you that there's some very good jobs. If you're wanting a career change, interested in something that's rewarding, fun, and flexible, this is your chance to help with the elderly and make that career change today. They're hosting a job fair Wednesday on October 11th. Today's the 9th, so October 11th from 1 until 4, and they are looking to hire for positions such as caregivers day shift, part-time, medication aides full-time day shift, housekeeping days only full-time, cook assistant days part-time, and an evening cook part-time. Now, their starting wage is $16.50 an hour. You receive a $25 gift certificate during this time when you're filling out an application and talking with them. So when you go in and talk to them, you're going to pick up a $25 gift card. And this is all at Off Broadway at 403 South 1st Avenue. Can't miss it, right on 1st Avenue. Big, tall building there here in Broken Bow. If you'd like more information, call Jody at 308-872-2522.
Also on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com, you'll find information about the exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join the team at the Nebraska Department of Transportation in Broken Bow and Oconto. They reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. And they provide training, career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. You can apply at statejobs.nebraska.gov. You need to complete an online application to be considered. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. And again, that information is on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com as well.
Here's the Doobie Brothers. Listen to the music.
Superfoods South B Street in Broken Bow. Open every day, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Previously frozen chicken drumsticks or thighs are only 99 cents a pound. Chairman's Reserve Premium Boneless Pork Loin Chops are 10 for $10. Buy delicious Honeycrisp apples for only $1.99 per pound. And 5-pound bags of Our Family Idaho russet potatoes are 2 for $5. For dessert, Our Family 48-ounce ice creams are $3.89. Gary Superfoods, happy to serve you in Broken Bow 7 days a week.
8:32 is your time. Thanks for listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on this Monday. We always appreciate your listenership and our guests. And our guest is here from Runza. His name happens to be Brian Palmer.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Wonderful.
Anybody ever call him Ryan Palmer?
I've been called a lot of things in my life. But I'm sure somewhere along the way. Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? I think it may be a TV commercial about the meeting of the Bryans. They have a Bryan convention each year somewhere in the world. And
this isn't like the male version of Karen, is it?
No,
Okay.
no. It's
good.
It's a bunch of guys named Brian, and then they have some chant, and they all talk about how they hate Ryans because they get tired of being called Ryan themselves.
I can get with that program.
Yeah, see?
like that
Most Bryans can. That's what they say. It's like, so how do you feel about people named Ryan? And they're like, can't stand Ryans. They all get revved up.
Well, I know some Ryans. They're not so bad, and the Bryans are okay, but they just don't want to be intermixed.
Yeah, I don't know. I think more people have called me by my last name my entire life than than anything, but I'm wondering at that convention, the guys that spell it with a Y, are they the?
Oh, I don't know if they were invited or not.
Are they the crazy ones out there?
Would you welcome in the Brian with the Y's?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't hold it against him that his parents don't know how to spell, but I mean, that's not fair to him.
I don't know too many Bryans with a Y around.
There's a few.
Here. There's a few, but yeah.
Well, this Brian happens to head up Runza. If you're wondering what we're going to do next, we're going to talk about the Runza restaurant here in town. And happened to run into Joyce here a while back, and she said, you guys have been really, really busy.
Yeah, we've been going. No rest for the weary type of thing. We've went right from summer into school, and then the weekend of Junk Jaunt is. I don't know who isn't busy that weekend.
Yeah. Well, Joyce was mentioning, I guess she was out here with Keith with the economic development.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about how important those kinds of events are. And
absolutely. How
big it is to be able to then pass some of that money along, that extra spike like Junk Jaunt brings, so that Runza can do some of the good things that it does as far as beneficial things and fundraisers and so forth.
Absolutely. It's just a full circle. It gets a little bit stressful for people running businesses, but when you look at at the employee level, people that wouldn't understand, they're just like maybe mad because we're that busy, we got to work that much harder. But just the revenue it generates in town, the extra sales tax dollars, all of it comes back to the community and the whatever level of employee you are, it just helps all the way around, and it is a huge weekend for a community this size for sure.
Okay,
the impact is felt.
I bet it is in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And they are all beneficial at the end of the day. So I don't like the fact that I heard there was a head-on collision or something at about 10 miles an hour the first morning from two gawkers. I don't know if that's a proper word.
It applies, yes.
Yeah. So, we don't like for the hospital to be busier, but it just increases a lot.
Yeah. That's just about 3 days where we have to be careful and watch out.
Yeah.
Because we know they're looking for the signs. They go by and they see something that catches their eye, and it might pull a U-turn. Who knows?
Right.
But it's a big deal across that stretch of highway. So.
For sure.
So we are making the season change this week. I don't know if you heard the forecast, but they're talking about the chance of snow later this week.
Bring it on.
Oh no!
You're ready for it?
Well, I I doused myself in cinnamon sugar this morning while I was making cinnamon rolls. So, I mean, at this point, when I'm throwing on chili and cinnamon rolls in the morning, okay,
it's okay.
Let's go. And no, I'm not encouraging the snow. I know we probably still have a little PTSD from last winter.
Yeah.
But I don't know anybody that doesn't hit a little bit of a sniffle or cough. And if we can get a good freeze in here at some point, get rid of the bugs and the allergens, it's very welcome to me right now.
I got you. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people can relate to that one.
Yeah.
Well, the chili sounds good. Cinnamon rolls sounds really good.
Yeah, they taste even better than they sound. Yeah. I've been doing a little bit of quality control since the 1st of October when we brought these items back on the menu, and it does not disappoint this year, no more than any other year.
Well, since Brent isn't here, there'll be no begging. Jeremy and I don't beg like Brent does for samples and so forth. Expect if you come back next time, Brent is here, he's going to be sniffing around for some rolls.
Yeah. Does he keep like a collection plate around here? Like I can just see him, whoever's coming through the door. I mean, has he ever asked Mo for a free house?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, that's on the way.
Yeah.
Or at least a weekend rental or something.
Yeah.
I don't.
Weekend at Bernie's? No,
that won't work.
That'd be different. That's only when you're gone.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know about those parties, do you?
No.
Oh,
I didn't know about my kids either until I got home back in the day. But I don't know. Brent's parties will probably be pretty, harmless actually.
They definitely be BYOB. He ain't going to provide anything.
No. Yeah. I don't even know if he'd allow it.
Yeah.
What's the old saying? He's tighter than 2 coats of paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have any problem, asking for food. So you already know that.
Yeah.
But
and I don't even know that he's that tight. It's just kind of fun to make fun of people when they're not here.
Exactly. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's the most fun.
Sorry, Brent. Not really.
You may be listening.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right. So when you've been going through runs up, Jeremy, what you been hitting lately?
Well, when it comes to runs, I don't divert all that much. I'm usually a bacon cheeseburger guy with frings, a side of ranch.
Yeah, sounds good.
Almost every time.
Have you had the French onion dip?
No,
with your frings. And I'm the last person that should encourage people to change things up because it's not who I am usually either. But when you get those frings next time, get a cup of our French onion dip.
Okay.
Yeah, you can still get a cup for ranch, especially with your fries. But that French onion dip with our onion rings is, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
I can generally tell when people haven't tried it. You have a family of 4 come in and they all get some ranch with their onion rings, which is great. Our ranch is amazing. But we always offer the French onion dip because it's a little newer product. Not new, I should say, but just not. A lot of people been getting it, and family of 4 all get onion rings and no French onion dip. You guys have never tried this before, have you? No, we haven't, and I encourage them to, and that thing's gone.
Yeah. That's a good suggestion. And I've been going with the spicy smothered chicken sandwich, and then the double cheeseburger. And if I'm not working, I leave the onions on, and if I'm working, I say hold the onions. And the mustard. I'm not a mustard guy.
Gotcha. Yeah. Does your microphone try to back away from you with the onions?
You'd be surprised what a dose of onions will do to a small room.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
But I love them.
Yeah.
They're great. And the onions at Runs are always, the onions vary a little bit, but they're always, nice and, not overbearing.
Our onions, I don't want to call them an ancillary product because they're a staple of our menu. But, when we talked about food made fresh daily, when I started, it runs a long, long time ago, like 2 years, we were still taking 50-pound sacks of onions, peeling them, slicing them, separating them, and then we bread them for our onion rings.
Okay.
We have, in the last year, found a vendor that will supply us sliced onions. So they do the peeling, they do the slicing, but we still open bags of onions. out of the cooler, separate them, and everything that is not big enough to be an onion ring, so essentially all your centers, we then take into a chopper and dice the onions right there. So they're not a bag of diced onions that have been
sent.
Nope, they're diced there, so you actually still get a lot of the water without the sogginess. It's a crispier onion, which when I bite an onion, I like a little bit of crunch
snap to it. Yeah.
Yep. And so when I say it's an ancillary product, it's just what we're using out of our fresh separated onions.
And where the center is used for those, that's even better, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes them crispier.
Yep.
Save some crying too, not having to slice them every day too.
Jeremy,
is there just someone? Is that a rotating schedule when you had to do that? Because I got to tell you, there's a lot of things I'd rather do than stand and cut onions and cry all day.
I think that the staff, the daytime staff that I have throughout the week, our weekend, we have some more kids working, but I've got people that have worked there for 16 years, and I do think that they have just kind of become accustomed to it a little bit. Yeah. I was not there long enough to get accustomed to it before they brought these sliced onions in, and I might have got ridiculed quite a bit. I went over to Tractor Supply and bought 3 different sets of goggles. There's all these wives' tales about keeping a thing of water next to you, and
tried it all, huh?
Yep. And I can tell you absolutely none of them work when you're dealing with the quantity
with that many
of onions that we played with in a day. And I wear gloves when we separate onions, because that is not something that just
doesn't come off
right off your fingers.
Wow.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've been talking with Brian Palmer with Runza, and we've been talking about some of the ways they make the good food that we eat. We didn't really ask you when you came in what you wanted to talk about. Is there some things on your mind that you wanted to cover?
Just talk about soup and cinnamon roll season. That's the biggest thing happened right now. Going back here in September, I was going to do a follow-up. We talked about the Teammates Day.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about how that was one of my favorite of our giving type of days, because that money just goes straight to local places. But I did see a figure with all of our Runza stores. There's just shy of 90 of them right now. Or it might be at 90. Anyways, Runza presented $46,000 to the Teammates organization.
Just that one?
From that one day.
One day.
And yep. So that's $46,000 that went to benefit kids, mostly here in Nebraska.
Fantastic.
Yep. And so we're proud to be part of that. It was a very busy day at our store, which tells me, on a Tuesday, that our community jumped in and thought, hey, let's make sure we get there and eat today. So, I just want to touch on that and thank everybody out there. Thanks for helping the kids. We appreciate it, and so do they. Started soup and cinnamon roll season on October 1st, which means that we are out of ice cream sandwiches now as well for the winter. A little give and take there. This has not been a popular comment that I've made, but I do want to let everybody know that we are not offering the potato bacon soup this year. And it's been a pretty popular choice for our customers. But the last 2 years, we have had some pretty unreliable sourcing for that product.
Mm-hmm.
There's just too much variance in the batches that we're getting. Some of it it breaks down real easy. It becomes super runny. Then they send us a different product that's over creamy. There's just no consistency to it. And that's not the way we like to present any product at Runza. I mean, it's tough enough to get a burger square on a bun sometimes when you're making 500 of them a day.
Right.
And so we just didn't feel that it was something we could stand behind. Does not mean if they don't get something figured out down the road, we wouldn't bring it back. But this year we'll be offering our chili every day, and then we'll be serving one of our 2 cheese soups daily as well. So it'll either be a broccoli cheese or a Wisconsin cheese soup.
Both very good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's nothing changed about the cinnamon rolls.
They're the same.
They are still legit.
Because they were experimenting with those over the years, and they found the one they wanted, and sticking with it.
Yep. It's I think it's been a very consistent, good product for us.
Okay.
So
with the school, in full swing, and I know you lost some kids that went to college, and so forth. How are you sitting for positions? Do you still need to fill some, or?
Yeah, we're still in the hiring mode. I've got a couple of needs. Still looking for a possible member to join our management team after some training and whatnot. That'd be a full-time position. And one other need that I have right now, which be pretty easy to fill if for the right person, for sure. We're busier over the dinner and supper hours every day, and so I don't need 10 people there
all day.
But I really would like to find, and I just had the last couple of years had a couple great gals, kind of retirement age, but wanted to work 10, 15 hours a week, and they'd come in at 11 and leave at 1:30 through 3 or 4 days a week for our lunch hour. So I've always thought, if there's a mom or dad, not to be politically incorrect here, that the kids are going back to school, thinking about getting back in the workforce, bored at home, new to retirement, something like that, come visit with me.
Okay.
Very flexible. Just right now we're having to bring, we'll bring somebody in and work a couple hours over dinner, and then I bring them back for the supper night. Nobody loves a split shift, but that's probably those are my 2 needs right now. Another member of our management team, and then also it's just some daytime, lunchtime help.
Okay. All right. All sounds good. I don't know if I should ask this or not, because I know that you are very straightforward about things, and you tell how you feel. I've noticed that, Brian, about you.
Okay.
What were your thoughts on the football game this past Saturday for the Huskers?
It was a win on Friday night.
Friday
night, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a sneaky one.
It was a win.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about where we're at, though.
It was a win.
First year, new coach.
Thanks for not asking about the week before. Because I don't see your finger on the mute button over there.
No.
But I thought they'd come back and responded. I really like a lot of things I've seen all season out of our defense. A lot, actually, and I think from where we were at to put a defensive product back on the field that you can kind of rely on most of the time, honestly. Takes a lot of pressure off your offense, and not to get too deep, but I love seeing a Nebraska kid at the helm. I love seeing that Kearney Catholic kid get out there and run some option football, and I don't think I've seen him slide once this year, and he just kind of reminds me of the type of kid that if his coach has told him to, I don't know if he would. I mean, he
to slide.
He wants the extra yards. He's a tough kid, and if I'm not mistaken, his dad was a fullback. Was he a fullback maybe in Nebraska?
I'm not sure.
I think you might be right.
Yeah,
but the kid plays like that, and I love seeing that.
Yeah, that's
love
fun.
seeing that.
That's fun.
It was a win.
Yeah, it was a win.
We'll just keep taking them where we can, because I think I told Brent, I don't remember. He can probably look it up, and he will, but I might have said 8 wins this year, but I think 6 would be all right.
Well, that would be an improvement.
I think a lot of people said, if you could make a bowl game in the first year of a new system and coaching group, a lot of people would take that.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a discussion with Custer Federal. One of them was my son, and Rob Peterson was here. And it's funny how you get different opinions. Well, we shouldn't play just to get to a bowl game. Well, if you're going to get to a bowl game, that means you've got some wins. Like you say, you got the W's. So everybody has a different opinion on it, but it's nice to, be excited about watching the game. And there's some games coming up that should be, good matchups, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So,
the bigger thing about them bowl games, you get an extra month of practice.
Well, true.
You get to stack on another half of your spring season.
Yeah.
You get some more visibility for recruiting. You're them coaches that are hot and heavy on the recruiting trail in the month of December. They need help because they're not going to a bowl game.
Well, that's true.
There's so many things that just are better for the team outside of even, the toilet bowl, whatever it might be. But those are huge for a football program.
No.
Huge.
I knew I could count on you with a straight shot on your opinion, so thank you.
How about them volleyball girls?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know how you could ask for more, actually.
Not a senior on the team. Them kids are impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, they've been, but they don't break. I mean,
no.
They're a very competitive bunch of kids.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
That's a lot of fun.
For sure. I guess my last tidbit on sports is good luck to the Lady Indians here today in North Platte, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, today and tomorrow.
Should be a good golfing weather day.
Yeah, for sure.
Not much wind.
I know they would love that.
Yeah.
Over the last few years, they've been through some weather days for sure.
Yeah, when you do this fall golf, you never know what you're going to get. I guess spring golf is the same, but they got a couple good days. So.
Yeah. Well, good luck to them today.
All right,
bring
Brian,
home some hardware, the big kind.
Yeah. Fourth time if they do it.
Yeah, that's right. That's a dynasty.
Yes, it is. Class C dynasty. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Runs in Broken Bow open 7 days a week. You open up about what?
10:30.
10:30.
Yep.
And what are your hours now for close?
We close the lobby at 8:30 and the drive-through at 9:30.
All right.
So and they both open at 10:30. So.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
You bet. We'll take a time out with these words.
Does the thought of turning 65 give you nightmares? It doesn't have to. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. And as an independent agent, I work with the major insurance companies that you're getting mail and phone advertising from. If you're feeling overwhelmed with the options, give me a call to set up an appointment. We will go through the Medicare process step by step, from signing up to enrolling in the necessary supplement and Part D drug plans. You don't have to do this alone. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is here to help. Call me at 836-2201 or stop in at the office in Callaway.
Lashley Land & Recreational Brokers is proud to be servicing the Custer County area, and currently land is moving at a high rate of speed. So if you are considering selling your land, now is the time, or get an opinion of what your land might be worth. Call me, John Farley, at 308-530-7854, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
The Food for Youth Challenge is underway, and our KCNI KBBN studios are a drop-off point. Last year's Food for Youth campaign collected over 5,500 snacks and meals for Custer County backpack programs and food pantries. With your help, we can beat that number this year. Through October 18th, bring canned food items, boxed food, peanut butter, or gift cards to our local grocery stores to our studios. Together, we'll fill those backpacks and food shelves so the youth in our area can avoid hunger.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
9:03 is your time. It's 39 degrees outside. It is warming up under that sunshine, and winds are not a factor so far this morning, so that's good. Humidity is still up there around 95% here at the 9 o'clock marker here on this Monday morning. And with that thought about the weather, Jeremy has a text in from Brent updating from North Platte at Lake Maloney Golf Course where the Class C State is being held.
Yeah, sounds like they're going to delay the start of the tournament for an hour because of frost on the course. So plenty chilly up there, but you know how it is. You just kind of got to get the sun on the ground. It's still plenty wet after that, but what the weather forecast is showing for North Platte today should end up being a pretty beautiful day, but a lot of those girls teeing off pretty early, or were set to tee off pretty early, so that might give a boost to those first round scores to have that delay in there for, you know, an hour can do a lot. So might be a little bit longer of a day, but Brent will be there bringing those reports all the way through until those final scorecards are in.
And before we close the breakfast show this morning, we're going to have an interview with the team members that Brent recorded last week. And I'm sure that's going to be interesting. Coach and kids were here, so we'll have that on before we close the show. Ideal Realty, LLC. Mo Hunsberger, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Dave?
I'm good. I'm thinking, I'm going to ask you this. If, say, we went golfing and there was frost on the green, I think that's part of the reason they delay this, because they'd be not only moist, but maybe a little bit crisp. You could see exactly how your ball tracked.
Right.
So if you were out there golfing just for fun and you noticed how far off your track was headed towards the hole, it might not give you encouragement.
Well, no. Be good for a scramble, though. See where the ball went.
Yes.
Oh, so if
you were scrambling.
If you were scrambling, it'd be good.
Because you wouldn't have to stand behind the golfer to see where the track was.
No.
Well, for those out there who don't golf, you don't need Mother Nature beating you up too bad when you're trying to play the game, because it's difficult enough, as Jeremy mentioned earlier. So.
It is. It's a tough game, but that's why you keep coming back.
Yeah. There's
that one shot. That's all it takes for me.
Me too.
Play 9 holes, and then on the last hole, you just stripe one and land it, even within 15 feet of the hole. You just hit the green, you leave a nice divot, and you're like, oh, looks like I'm going to be coming back.
Yep. When I scramble with the guys, if I have a hit, somebody else will be better. But I always look at my ball and go, I'd take that in women's league. Yeah. That's always my answer. I'd take that in women's league.
Yeah. It's all relative, isn't it?
Right?
Yeah. I've been only a couple of times, but Brent and I played off the gold tee boxes. I hadn't done that before. And it's an advantage, although there's something about making that move that's a little depressing, especially since you move forward and the ball isn't even further down the course.
There's a lot of science going on there.
My husband can't wait until he's the age where he can move up. He was quizzing Gage on how old. Is it 65 here, isn't it?
I have no clue.
It's 60 at some courses, but I think it's 65 here, and he thinks they should back that to 60.
Oh.
Because he turns 60 this next year, so he really thinks that Gage should move that.
Well, the cool thing about golf, if you're just out there and you're not in a tournament,
right,
you can play from the gold
wherever you want.
Heck
yeah. So, well, that's how hard the game is, and we have this team that I know you're excited about. Some of the young ladies that are golfing. An exciting day, isn't it?
Very much so.
Yeah.
There's just such they're clinch players. They just play their game. They're fine.
Yeah.
And they will. They got good coaches. We're discussing before we went on air. Coach Custer can get a little
Well, he's I'm going to call him a dramatic guy, but when it comes to his kids playing golf, I know it's tough for him. Okay? And the other girls.
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be tough when it's your kids, but they, like we were discussing, they're used to it.
Yeah.
They've grown up with this.
Well, and he's taught them a lot along the way. He's a good golfer, and his dad was a great golfer.
Yep.
So it runs in the family.
He's given me pointers on chipping that, I use them, and much better player.
I think everybody will be thrilled if they get the fourth, and if they don't, they've had a fantastic season and run.
Yeah.
Of course, I think Minden has just been nipping at their heels. In fact, won one of the tournaments that they were in together. So I know that's another little sidebar.
It is. If I predict they're going to win, I think it's going to be fourth year. I really do. If they don't, it won't be for lack of trying.
That's right.
Those girls will lay it all out there. They don't. From what I hear, I haven't been out on the course. I was out on the course when Joelle Sanger played. I went out a couple times, and this set of girls, I know you're girls, you get emotional. I'm one, but they just don't seem to. It seems like they take that emotion and try to. They use it to get better or to have a better shot. Or, I don't see them breaking down. And they're a good team. I think they help each other.
Right.
I think that's another factor that you don't always get in girls' sports. They're all for each other.
Well, even in guys' sports, some teams just gel better than others. And
yeah, these girls really seem to gel well together. And I saw they were doing the pedicures and stuff. And Coach Cooksley got pampered, so I'm sure he's ready to go.
Well, it all starts at your feet. You got to have a good base, especially playing golf.
They say shoes are important, so I guess your nails are important too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see Brent in any pictures getting pampered.
I hope not.
Yeah, he was behind the camera, maybe.
I hope not. So, you want to talk real estate?
Sure. Why not?
If you're just tuning in, Ideal Realty, Mo Hunsberger's here. And I noticed some signs around with your name on it.
Yes. We've got quite a few listings. We are getting, some of them are sale pending. We do have a few I just wanted to talk about. We have 605 South C. It's Rod and Beth Prott's house. This one's totally redone. I think I talked about it last time I was on here.
Yeah.
So closer to downtown, but we were talking about location. Rod and I were talking about it because Mike and I lived just a block away from his house for a while we were remodeling our house. You are blocks away from the walking path and the swimming pool and, ball fields. You can walk to the library, to the banks, to the square during the summertime in the square and farmers market. It really is a great location. Not everybody thinks that. They don't think about that being close to downtown, but it is close to downtown. But yet, like I said, it's close to the walking paths and things like that too. So it really does have a great location. It is still for sale. We've getting it winterized and sprinklers done, and Rod was just here, so we did a little discussing. So that one is on the website, and then 645 North 9th. This one is up between the schools on 9th Street. Again, you're just west of the parks up there, ball fields and swimming pool and walking path. So great location on this one too. Both of these are 2-story houses, lots of bedrooms, lots of living space in both of them, nice yards, underground sprinklers. So go Ideal Realty. It's on the website, both of those. Did want to talk about, got a couple in Myrna. Okay. So we thought we had 234 West Morrison sold, but it fell through, so back on the market. So this house has LP siding, 2-bedroom, couple bathrooms. It has 3 separate lots on this property, so lots of garages. It's a great house, 87.9. back on the market. So if you're interested, like I said, go to goidealrealty.com and check it out. Then we have an estate house on 640 North Wilson. This one, we're going to have an open house this Thursday from 5:30 to 7. It is definitely a fixer-upper, but it's a big old 2-story right there by Nebraska State Bank, 1911 house, 3 bedrooms, got a bathroom and a half. Could be a really nice house. So that will have an open house if you're interested Thursday from 5:30 to 7. And we have lots upcoming. I've got one in town, a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom. I'm looking at today, taking pictures and measurements. I have another small 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom that I'm taking pictures and measurements today, and then an acreage that I'm going to take pictures and measurements on Wednesday. So lots still coming up, quite a few sale pendings. It's rolling. The only other thing I was going to talk about was, everybody's talking about the interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing I've been telling buyers is there are different things you can do. Go talk to your loan officer. Your 30-year fixed are running in the 8s, unfortunately. 15 years, 7.5. National average is what I was looking up. There are FHA, rural development loans. Those type of loans maybe get a little better interest rate. You can buy down points. Those are options. There's assumable loans. I hate to even mention that because those are a little tough, but you need to know, go talk to your loan officer, because it doesn't have to be, you're looking at national averages. There are other ways to get a better rate. If you do buy a house now, there is always refinancing later. Lots of things. Don't let it stop you from getting a better house if you want it, or if you are moving here and you're thinking, I can't buy right now. You can. We just need to sit down and go over numbers and maybe find a way to make it happen.
Right. And again, you have always mentioned this. I think it's worth mentioning again. Go see that lender, maybe even before you start looking.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of decide what my price range is going to be, so you don't waste your time.
Right.
And get frustrated, because then you know what you have to work with when you start looking, right?
Exactly. Yes. And we've had a few of them that have price reduced. Our house in Ansley has reduced. Our house here on Highway 2 has reduced. So, there's some that maybe will fit into your price now that they've reduced a little bit. And, looking at your numbers, if they reduced, maybe they're coming into that number that you're comfortable with for your payments.
Okay. All right. Well, that kind of fits on the other side of the sheet too, for folks out there thinking, well, I was thinking about maybe putting this property up for sale, but with the interest rates, maybe I should wait. I don't know that any of us know how long we're going to be in this bracket.
Exactly.
Could be years.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't think that would be a deterrent either, as far as at least getting your feet wet.
Right. You just got to list it correctly and listen to your agent.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them I have visited with a few people that they said, well, no,
mm-hmm.
that's the market value of our house. We're going to go ahead and wait.
Mm-hmm.
And it might change and it might not.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Unfortunately, there are some people that can't wait. They do have job switching, or you've had another kid and you just can't.
Mm-hmm.
You can't handle being that smaller house, so you need to move. So again, talk to your lender, talk to us, talk to Kirsten and I, and you just got to crunch numbers. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and the loan officers do it practically every day. So
yes.
Use them. They're local, and you can go back to them and talk to them again. And yeah, I think that's good advice, Mo. Appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. Well, go Bo.
Go Bo.
And anything else that you wanted to highlight today that we haven't talked about?
just go to our website, Go Ideal Realty. Everything's there. And don't be afraid of the market.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know with what's going on in the world today. I think if we know one thing, nothing's going to stay the same.
No.
With what's happening out here in the world right now, we may as well just go ahead and go through our lives and care and do what we can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your head down.
Yep. Stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll take a quick time out. Got some music lined up for you. Before we close the show, we'll have that interview with the ladies golf team, a Broken Bow Indians team. Stay tuned.
Throughout the growing season, you're tasked with making tough choices, starting with the seed, reading all that trial data. You even have your neighbors weigh in. And when you do plant that smart decision, how you'll protect it, well, that's an easy choice. The soybean herbicide portfolio from Corteva Agriscience. With products like Sonic Herbicide, you'll be complementing your Enlist system with the soybean residual protection that'll tackle the toughest weed challenges all season long. See how a program approach can help you protect every acre at Corteva.us.
When you're up in your sprayer, remember to look ahead.
you along, getting ready to bring you the Broken Bow girls state competitor, going for the 4th in a row, Class C. And we'll have that for you in a moment, brought to you by some great businesses. Before we do that, I'm going to turn it over to Jeremy for the intro. But before we do that, I wanted to say good morning to Diane Yancey Myers, my cousin, back to visit. Had a great time yesterday visiting with Diane and her son John and daughter-in-law Christy. They took a tour of the radio station because Diane's father, Richard Yancey, Dick Yancey, originally from Custer County, worked here at KCNI back in the 1960s, left here, went to work for KGFW in Kearney, and then took a management position with the company in Council Bluffs, Iowa for a number of years, and then was asked to come back and manage KCNI when Georgia Crawford was diagnosed with cancer, who had run the station for 25 years. And Dick took over and ran it for a number of years. And actually, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Dick Yancey. He hired me to come in and work here at KCNI because he knew I always wanted to do just what we're doing here today. So thanks to Diane and John and Christy. We just had a great time yesterday.
Great.
All right. Golf.
Yes, we've got some great sponsors over the next couple of days that are bringing you these reports. You folks know it. You can't drive anywhere without putting gas in a car, and it's kind of expensive these days. So Brent being there on the course is thanks to some wonderful sponsors. And today, throughout the day, you'll hear sponsorship from BD, Broken Bow, Agland ATV, Trotter Service, Broken Bow, Designs of Distinction, Universal Insurance, Power Solutions, Ranchland Ford, Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, Nebraska State Bank, Trotter Fertilizer, Bruning Bank, Clark Dental, Borders Law, Gateway Motors, Team Physical Therapy, Wenquist Incorporated, Schneringer Golf, Prairie Eye Care, Shelter Insurance, Grocery Cart, Custer Federal State Bank, Broken Bow Golf Club, Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill, Evans Feed Company, Dana F. Cole, Varney Health Mart, Fixed Right Auto Body, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Palmer Monument, Mead Lumber, Colligan, Acres Equipment, Johnson Metalworks, Maple Park Dental Associates, Duda Plumbing, the Tumbleweed Cafe, Cobblestone Hotel and Suites, Click Family Healthcare, Geared for Sports, Thrivent Financial Agent Scott Harvey, and Thomas Livestock. And those are all folks that are a big fan of all the hard work these girls have put in all year long to make it to state as a team and compete for this 4th straight championship, and they're going to be behind them, and you'll hear their sponsorship throughout the day. So we'll hear from some of them, and then when we come back, you'll hear that interview that Brent recorded the end of this last week, just going into the weekend, less than 48 hours before these girls headed out on the road to North Platte to compete today, which, by the way, is pushed back an hour. First report from Brent, still going to be in the 11 o'clock hour, but we'll kind of count this as an open to our coverage of girls state golf today. Again, hourly reports right around the top of each hour coming to you throughout the day right here on KBBN Radio.
BD would love for you to be part of their great team. They offer competitive wages, a team environment, and day one benefits. Some include health, life, dental, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply online at bd.com/careers. You can also attend open interviews the first and third Wednesdays of each month in Broken Bow. BD loves supporting youth sports and the bright student athletes who work hard to compete in every contest. Remember, bd.com/careers to start your journey to being part of their great team.
Friendly rivals, hometown pride, wearing your school's colors. Small towns are brought together cheering on their favorite teams. Agland ATV knows how hard the athletes and coaches work year-round and are proud to help sponsor the games of our customers and their kids and grandkids. We have built relationships with many of these families through the years and are proud of their success. Best of luck to all the local athletes from Agland ATV in Broken Bow.
872-3424.
Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow. 872-3424.
Making it to state, the ultimate goal of every athlete each year. Congratulations from Trotter Service in Broken Bow. They're proud to be your hometown automotive repair and tire store. From oil changes to complete overhauls, take your ride to Trotter Service, West Highway 2, Broken Bow. Congratulations on making it to state and best of luck from everyone at Trotter Service.
Friendly service every time. Quality is what you'll find where your neighbors and your friends go see Trotter.
Designs of Distinction serve Central Nebraska and beyond. Trish brings her store to your door because she offers free in-home estimates on blinds, shades, draperies, bedding, and more. She's proud to sell United States manufactured shades and blinds from Nevada and Indiana. Plus, the blinds and shades have a limited lifetime warranty on their lift systems. Wishing the girls the best of luck at state golf, Trish at Designs of Distinction in Broken Bow.
And at this time on KCNI KBBN Radio, we have very special guests in the studio. We are visiting with the Broken Bow girls golf team. Coach Cooksley, girls, hello.
Hello.
How is everybody?
Good. Great.
Oh man, just kind of been a ho-hum fall so far, huh? Yeah. We have the girls golf team in the studio, Coach Cooksley with us, as we visit with the girls prior to them competing at the Class C Girls State Golf Championships. Broken Bow, of course, has won the last 3 Class C Girls Golf Team Championships. Earlier this year, they became the 4-time defending Southwest Conference champions and the 4-time defending district champions. Man, you start talking like that, Coach. That is a pretty impressive resume that this group has built.
Yep, it's been a really fun 4 years, and actually, really going back 5 years, we were district runner-up, qualified for state for our 5th year in a row. So it's been a good run for our kids, and they've done a tremendous job of working hard in the off season, and everything they get, I tell people that they have all earned it and worked really, 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 really hard to put themselves in a position to be successful.
This question is kind of open to everybody. It's kind of directed to Coach, but if you guys want to chip in on this, I was always curious. I know that you girls during a tournament are always very focused in on what's happening. What's the coach like during the tournament?
I'll let you guys answer that, and then I'll follow up.
and then Coach will come back with his rebuttal. Taylor, you look like you're ready to say something.
He's always wanting sugar-free Jolly Ranchers.
Free Jolly Ranchers.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free.
That is true. They are very good.
All right. So why the sugar-free Jolly Ranchers?
I don't know. They just have a better flavor than the sugar one. So I don't know. It's one of those things where Taylor's my go-to on that. So we got a little thing going on here where she just carries them around, and I got to go find her, and she hooks me up.
That's good. Speaking of Jolly Ranchers, there was do you guys still do the Starburst thing?
Yes.
Okay. Now for our listeners who aren't familiar with this, I think this is really neat. You each carry a bunch of Starbursts with you, and then if you do like a birdie or something on a hole, then you leave so many Starbursts for your teammate to come and find? Is that how you do that?
Yeah, so if you start off and you get a par, then you leave 1 Starburst on the next tee marker.
Okay.
So 1 is par, 2 is birdies, and then so that way we can see how we're doing, and it's just a fun way to see that stuff.
So the next question would be this: how many Starbursts have you went through this season? Anybody know?
A lot, because I eat them all.
I was going to say, that's another thing that I definitely hit these kids up for is the extra Starburst. So.
Yeah. So do you each have your favorite flavor?
Yes, pink.
Okay, Molly is what?
Pink.
Okay, Skylar?
Pink.
Bryn is pink. Everybody, Taylor and Cameron?
I'm a yellow fan.
Cameron, yellow, yikes. Taylor, what about you?
I'd say fruit punch.
Fruit punch. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So here's hoping that a whole bunch of Starburst candy is left out during the state tournament, right?
Yes.
All right. It's been first, congratulations on all of the success this year. What a great year it's been. Personal goals. Who has hit a personal best during this season? I know Cameron has. You want to talk about the 65? I don't think we've talked about that on the air anyway. What a round that must have been.
Yeah, it's still crazy to think about it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Skylar had personal best this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what was shoot the score at, Skylar?
Shot an 84, and it was at a Worry.
At a Worry.
Yep.
Okay. And everybody else, have we been close to Bryn? How about you?
I PR'd and I shot a 94 at Meadowlark.
At Meadowlark. All right. All right. And everybody's going to better all of those scores and get their personal best at state, right?
Yeah.
You know it.
Go. All right. Skylar Benjamin, you made your first appearance at the state tournament a year ago,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What about this year? Having that experience, does that provide some comfort going into this year for
Yes. I feel a lot more confident going into this year, and I kind of know what to expect, so I think that'll help me a lot.
you? Yeah. Now, Bryn, this is going to be your first experience as far as playing at state, but you've been at state watching your sisters play.
Watching TikToks.
A little bit.
TikToks too. All right. Talk about your emotions as you get ready to play at state for the first time.
Oh, I'm pretty nervous, obviously, but I kind of know what to expect, so I'm excited too.
All right. It's really amazing to look at this table. We have 3 returning state medalists that are going back to compete this year. Cameron Johnson, Taylor Schaaf, Molly Custer. Talk about your guys' experience at state. How do you feel that helps you as you get ready for this competition coming up? Does it help having been through the whole state tournament experience before?
Yeah, of course. Like, having played 2 years makes you less nervous and makes you more prepared, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know like what it takes to go down there and and what it takes to medal, and it just helps us a lot knowing that, and it helps us be a little bit more calm heading into the tournament. So.
Taylor, same thing?
Yep, they covered it.
Yeah, All right.
Taylor, a girl of few words.
Yes, there you go. She does her talking on the golf course, right?
Oh, yeah.
How do you like that?
I definitely get a few words in on the golf course.
Yeah.
Taylor's definitely confident in head-to-head match play against
there you go.
Our players. So.
All right, so this tournament's going to be at Lake Maloney in North Platte. Now, the last 3 years it's been in Columbus, so this is a new venue in that regard. Familiar with the course? I assume they give you an opportunity to play a practice round. Give me your thoughts as a group about the course that you're going to tackle.
It's definitely way different than Elks, but I feel like we're all pretty comfortable with it, and we've played it a lot, and we're ready for it. So.
All right.
Yeah, we're really familiar with it. We've been there a lot. Just being an hour and 15 minutes away, we get to have a lot of experience going there. So that's comforting to know that the course super well.
All right. Well, you probably knew this question was coming, but you're the 3-time defending champs, but there is a certain team that has kind of been nipping at your heels all year long. I think they were the state runners-up a year ago, correct? And I believe their name is Minden. You got them by 2 shots. Everybody's pretending like I don't know what I'm talking about. You got them by 2 shots at districts. Talk about them, and then just maybe some of the other teams that might be under the radar, Coach, that we're not talking about. Just talk about the field that you're going to go up against.
Yeah, obviously we've seen Minden quite a bit this year. We kind of know everything about them. They know everything about us, so there's no secrets going into that. You look at some of the other teams like Columbus SCOTUS. They just shot their season PR, I think 363 at district, so they're playing really good golf right now. And there's quite a few other schools that have cracked the 400 thing, but definitely Minden and ourselves. Not trying to take anything away from the other schools, and you got to go compete, but I think we've kind of separated ourselves, and I mean, anything can happen in a 2-day golf tournament, but I fully expect us to be right there and them right with us, and probably throw in a couple other schools too. So,
who's looked at the forecast for Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah, we all have.
Yeah, and it looks nice, right?
Yeah.
I think
that is one thing that we have been so blessed with is great scoring conditions for state golf for the last 3 years, and then it's looking nice this 4th year. And the last time we were in North Platte, I don't know if you remember this.
I do.
The meet actually was 18 holes, and then the year before that was every form of precipitation, I think, on day
first
1.
Day. Yep.
And then day 2, it was pristine. So very fortunate. Anytime you go west, the weather can change a little bit quicker out that way. You know, I think Class B played 18 holes. Maybe it was last year or the year before that. So very fortunate to have this weather, and I'm glad that it's about 70.
Yeah.
It's fat guy weather.
Oh, anybody want to comment on that? I don't think.
Don't comment. We're going to go run the course.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations on all of the success. Thank you very much for coming in and doing this. Look forward to walking around the course and following you and keeping everybody updated back at home. You got an entire community behind you. Let me tell you that. So.
And can I
go ahead.
Piggyback off that? We are an hour and 15 minutes away from the course. If you haven't had a chance to come out and watch these girls golf, you could easily hop into one of their galleries and go watch them golf, and it's really good golf. And we would love to see any amount of people come watch us and support us, try to go for this 4th straight one. So I just wanted to get that in there, that it's very accessible to get there, you know, unlike some other years where it's a little farther away. So we really hope to see a contingent there and support these girls on their amazing journey.
And I will try to stay away from hiding in trees like I have a couple of years. Taylor's dad even called me out and said that I kind of look like a creeper sometimes. So I'm going to try to not do that.
There's some tall grass you can find around there.
There you go. Well, congratulations, girls, on all of the success. Best of luck to you at state, and go Bo.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group in Broken Bow, if Auto Owners makes sense for you. Power Solutions in Broken Bow is your local Vermeer dealer. With Vermeer equipment, you're getting more than a machine. You're investing in quality parts, local service, and support from your Vermeer dealer. Also, remember, if you have a pickup truck or any diesel-powered engine not working to your standards, Power Solutions can get it running strong. Whether it's shop service or field service repair, sales, service, and new equipment on hand, Power Solutions, your local Vermeer dealer and sponsors of this sports broadcast.
Ranchland Ford, East Highway 2, Broken Bow, your local Ford dealer. Go see them for all your vehicle service and tire needs. And if you need a ride that you can rely on, go to Ranchland and talk to Justin and Barry. They'd love to help you find your next vehicle and get you headed down the road in something that works perfectly for what you need. From cars and SUVs to powerful pickup trucks. Ranchland Ford, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. Proud to be a part of bringing the state sports broadcast to the radio.
Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow and Sargent is proud to support local sports and our student athletes. They have provided full-spectrum family medical care since 1971. Call ahead at 872-2486 to schedule an appointment. They look forward to providing you with high-quality care at any age as they continue to focus on serving the health care needs of Central Nebraska. Enjoy the broadcast, which Central Nebraska Medical Clinic is proud to be a sponsor of.
All right, thanks to all our sponsors, and there'll be more sponsors that you'll be hearing from as Jeremy gave you the list of great sponsors that will be sponsoring our broadcast at the top of every hour. Now, as Jeremy told you, they have delayed the start time at the state tournament, Class C at North Platte, 1 hour due to frost. But Brent has let us know he'll still do a report at 11 o'clock and give you an update and start with the 11 o'clock report. So.
Yeah, you can always give kind of a weather update. That's always a thing that he touches on during his reports as well, kind of what the weather's doing, if there's any wind coming up. And every now and then maybe he kind of gets the thoughts of coaches and can kind of pick their brains about the day. And you heard there in the interview, kind of sounds like he's been called out for his positioning on the course at state tournaments in the past. Some of the parents telling him not to be in the trees. They're like, it's okay for you to come out of the trees and be more visible, but you know how it is when you get on a golf course in a competitive setting. You don't want to get in the way. So I'm sure he'll be bopping around, kind of checking on how the girls are doing. Several of them were slated to start on the earlier tee times, so they'll get started right away there at that 1 hour moved back time.
All right. And on Brent's behalf, sometimes you go to the trees to get out of the wind if you're trying to do a report.
That too, yes.
I don't know that he was always hiding, but we'll find out later. Before we close, we want to talk a little bit about Universal Insurance. Jack Lindstrom with Universal Insurance Agency, which is a division of GTA Insurance Group, wants to give you some life insurance tips. Did you know it's more affordable than you think? And the younger you are, the cheaper it is for you to buy it, and your health has a lot to do with it as well. Universal is located on South East Street in Broken Bow. Contact them at 308-872-6438 or www.gtagroup.com. Life insurance is for couples, parents, single people, business owners, kids, and frankly, anyone who lives. Let them help you at Universal Insurance in Broken Bow on Highway 2. I think that takes care of everything, Jeremy. We'll be back again tomorrow at 7:30 and look forward to hearing those reports throughout the day, and all the sports that you previewed earlier in the show will lay out the rest of this week into the weekend.
Yeah, that MNAC coverage that we mentioned on Thursday, I went and grabbed a bracket. Those are the games from Anselmo Myrna. First game is going to be between Twin Loup and Arthur County, and then Anselmo Myrna against Mullen. We'll have that for you on KCNI radio, as well as the Sand Hills Express YouTube and Facebook pages for you to take that in. And then from then forward, all the games on Saturday, including the third place game, the semifinals, and the championship from North Platte Community College, those are all going to be on KBBN radio with the Sand Hills Express YouTube and Facebook video streaming as well. And Gavin Higgins going to be back for that coverage, and Christy behind the camera, and Brent on the coverage as well. Should be a great day this upcoming Saturday, but we got a lot to accomplish before we get to Saturday. It's going to be a fun, busy week, and thank you folks for tuning in and listening in to Brent's reports, and thank you to all the sponsors that you heard as well, making it possible.